Hi everyone and welcome to part 3 of my TwitchCon vlog. Today I woke up at 5 AM and I've been up and about ever since. I had some nice breakfast again and went for a refreshing little shower and got ready. Then I took the tram to the main station and went to the venue by subway. And since I got my ticket yesterday, I also luckily didn't need to wait in line. If you have seen the last vlog for yesterday, you will notice that the line was already pretty long when I got my ticket, but today, because it's Saturday morning, it's way longer because that's when most people arrive, and it basically looped around to where I took the picture. So this is really crazy. I'm so happy that I got there early and got my badge early, because that is like a lot of time that I'm saving with that. I could go in and skip the huge line waiting for the badge pickup, of course, which is nice. And then I explored the con a little bit, took a look around. So we've got the part of the venue here. We've got the the vendors presenting their stuff and people taking a look at it and talking and walking about everything. It does seem like it's not that full, but I have to emphasize how huge the building is. Like, there were like at least 10k people, like 10,000 people, and it's still not enough to fully fill the building, but it's still kind of crowded. It really depends on where you are and at which time, because people are always out and about, they are moving around and everything. So with some pictures it might look more empty than it actually is, because it's really busy. I also attended some of the panels that are made for creators and viewers. Viewers can get a little bit of an insight if they want to, and creators can learn a little bit about, new things, about how to do content and so on. And it's done by Twitch staff and either Twitch ambassadors or selected creators, and they basically talk about the topic that the panel is about, their own experiences, how they are using this in their daily life as content creator, how it works out for them, and share their experiences, which will actually allow you to learn quite a lot from them. But it's also a little bit of the same each year, so the best thing is actually to go to the TwitchCon when you are a new creator. You basically take all the panels you can get that are valuable for you and learn from them and improve your content. And then you come back when you become affiliate, because you can monetize stuff, and then you take all the panels that are about monetization and growth in that regard. And there are also a few selected panels that can only be accessed by partners. So this is also a thing to come back to when you have become a partner. Now, I get it that it isn't for everyone, but I personally really like that, and it's also nice to have the opportunity to ask questions, because even if you are not learning something new in a panel that you attend for the very first time, at least for me, I drew some inspiration from that, and got some ideas that I'm going to put into my streams. So I really like the panels, and I find it very good that they exist because they help explain things and to, you know, get a different view on things, which is really good. Of course, we also have our little friend here. He mustn't miss. You all know him. I don't need to tell you who he is. This time last time he was outside, this time he's camping inside. Maybe he also got a sunburn like I did. And yeah, that's basically the exit of the venue from the inside. In general, the con was basically the same as last year, which is actually a little bit of a letdown if I'm honest, because it is a 10-year anniversary and I would have expected to have something with a little bit more pep and a little bit more oomph to it, right? Like not you know, being the same as usual, but something that is a little bit more, let's celebrate, you know, a little bit more celebratory feel to it, even more than normally, and like something special, you know. So yeah, that really felt a little bit disappointing, but only because it's the 10 years anniversary, right? If it was just a normal con, I would be 100% happy with it, and I really enjoyed myself, so I have to emphasize that. But if it is like a 10-year, 20-year, 15-year anniversary, you know, something big like that, you really want to make it something special, something to really, how should I say, something that really puts it apart from the standard TwitchCon, right? So I would really have liked to see that. So yeah, that was a slight little bit disappointing, but all in all, I really had a blast, and I can't wait for tomorrow as well. So it's gonna be amazing. Other than that, yeah, I got to meet some acquaintances, especially from Shy Lily's community, because, as some people know, her new model was made by Diariku, and I was fortunate enough to get in line for Diariku's meet and greet. So yeah, waiting in line for meet and greets, that's also a thing, and yeah, I got in line for Diariku's meet and greet, and this is actually the second time that I've managed to do so. I also managed to meet her last year, and yeah, we met because, you know, Shy Lily's community is linked to her, and I met some people I know from the Shrimpies, and we had a really nice time together. And yeah, it was amazing to meet Riku again. She's just a very kind person, and she's just super friendly, super sweet. And yeah, she remembered that we met last year during TwitchCon, and we had a nice little chat. But yeah, as well as you can have a chat in, like, you know, a few minutes, because as you can see, the lines are pretty long, and the creators have only limited time, and you know, you need to get through so much people in so little time, so there isn't really time for like this huge conversation you would actually like to have. But like 2 or 3 minutes you can talk a little bit, and you know, take a picture and stuff like that. I also took pictures and everything, but I'm not gonna show them because, you know, doxing and stuff like that. But yeah, it was really amazing to meet Riku again. She's just great. Check her out. I really love her. and her art is just like amazing. I really hope that I get to commission her at one point in my creator life, even though it's it's not gonna happen soon, because you know, she's like one of the biggest artists for VTubers and creators around, so she is very booked and very expensive. But yeah, if I could commission a little bit of artwork from her side at one point, that would make me so incredibly happy, because I adore her art style so incredibly much, and it's just great. Really love her, both as an artist and as a person, as far as I know her. Of course, I also took some breaks and I recharged a little bit of energy as well with a little hot dog and some water. Tasty. That was actually good. I was a little bit skeptical regarding the food, because last year there were some unfortunate cases of food poisoning, but that turned out to be actually a virus that was going around. So this year I didn't hear of any complications like that, so that is a positive. And it is, even though it is very expensive, it is good food that they have there, so I'm very, very pleased with that. Yeah, and most of the day was a lot of walking around, talking to people, listening to them, and just having fun, enjoying myself. I went back to the hotel after the con closed and had a nice shower again, because I went on a dinner with some friends. And yeah, now I'm gonna go and rest, since it's late and I need to be up early tomorrow again. So, have a amazing night and see you for the next part.